Well, John and I wanted to do a show in the daytime, and we thought it'd be a great idea to do a show about kids. I mean, kids from 5 to 18, and it was called Under 18. And we worked it up, and we went back and talked to Young and Rubicam because in those days, the agencies bought the shows. The networks didn't buy the shows, didn't invest in them or anything. So we went back there, and they said, this would be a great show for General Electric. And so we had done a little audition. This was in radio, you remember. You could do an audition for $35. In fact, People Are Funny, the show that sold the big nighttime show, cost us $25 to make because we did it without charging anything, and we promoted everything and so forth. But think of that. When I think that I just did an hour show with Bill Cosby about a month ago, I'm going to do 3 more in the next 2 years, the show cost over $850,000. I could have done this show for about $60,000. Anyway, in those days, we could approach an agency, and then the agency would put us in touch with the client if the guy was interested. There was a lot of communication in those days, and the agency said, "We want more things that will appeal to housewives in their everyday work. Kids are great. You can do something if you want it with kids." So we made a magazine show that would appeal to women. We had Edith Head for gossip. For clothes. We had Hedda Hopper for gossip. We had Perce Westmore for makeup. We had Carolyn Leonetti, now Amundsen, for modeling. We had strange people. We had stunts. We had music. We introduced Sammy Davis and his first big hit song that he went to the top on. And we did a lot of things, everything you can think of. We had 40 different departments. We went looking for people who died intestate and left fortune. Nobody knew how to find the people who were going to get it. We had, and the only thing we did with the kids was the last 5 minutes. And that was so powerful that today, when I go out, people say, "I always used to watch your kids show." And I said, "Do you remember anything else?" No. Was there other stuff? But we had other things. I'd go looking in ladies' purses. And if they had the right item in there, I'd give them a prize. But looking in the purse, I would smuggle things in. Racetrack tickets and moving pictures of Clark Gable and things like that. And then we'd go looking for the oldest father of a child under a year of age. I'd just go out in the audience. And the winner, after 5 weeks, was a man from Chicago, came with his wife and their two-month-old baby. He was 104, and the wife was 38. And it was not only a great interview, but it put a spring in my step for about 2 months. Talk about positive thinking. And so we did all these things. We didn't have writers from the standpoint of writing what I said, except introductory things. We had idea men. On People Are Funny, which came along before we did, we had more written than we did in House Party. House Party was pretty much me. I was the director because while the camera director was calling the shots, I was deciding how long to stay with a person, whether to move on, whether to add, whether to cut. And that's something that I just knew how to do. So there was no rehearsal, and I could do all kinds of other things, business deals, plays, movies, because I didn't have to go down and sit in front of the camera, rehearse, and memorize. It was a wonderful time to do a lot of shows.